One-stop shop for all real estate needs. Call 408-805-4653 or log on to nagarajhomes.com.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Real Estate Show, where we decode the complexities of buying, selling, and financing your dream home, especially here in the dynamic Bay Area market. I'm your host, Nagaraj Annaya, your trusted tech realtor and guide to all the things in real estate. Today, I'm thrilled to have a very special guest with me, someone who's an expert in making the financing side of a real estate less intimidating and more empowering. Joining us as April L, mortgage expert from Loan Lock. With years of experience, April is known for her ability to help buyers for the first time or seasoned investors navigate the world of loans, rates, and everything in between. Hello, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Nagaraj.
I think we have one more special guest, June. Hello, June, welcome to the show too.
Ew. Hi, June.
Yeah, listeners, if you have any questions on the Bay Area real estate or a mortgage, you can give us a call. We are live on a Bolly 92 and it's our studio line numbers are 877 Bolly 92 877 265 5992. Let me repeat again 877 265 5992. You can give us a call. We can help you out anything on the Bay Area real estate or a mortgage today. So April, so how is the rates are doing today? Like I see that the rates are there are some fluctuating today. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so rates definitely have been doing better. This week, we've actually had some improvement. We've seen that primarily with fixed rate loans because they are fixed for a longer period of time. We've seen just a little bit of improvement with the ARM loans.
Okay, so only not much change on the arm rates, or like do you see some changes?
Very little changes in the ARM loans.
So how are the rate stands right now? Can you give out the numbers to the listeners?
Yeah. So basically with a 30-year fix today, if you're doing without any points, you're looking at a 6.5%
Mm-hmm.
rate. 15-year fixed, you're 5.625%. So definitely those are doing much better in the last week. We've seen a pretty dramatic drop, which has been great.
Okay.
The ARMs are 5.5 ARM, which is our most popular product, fixed for 5 years and adjusts every 5 years, and that's 5.875%.
Okay. So listeners, this is all with the APR, annual percentage rate, like which you need to consider that. So if you have any questions, you can give us a call. Our studio, you can see that what our the rates are right now today. And if you have any concerns and if you're planning to buy a house, and one more important, tomorrow is a Bay Area Real Estate Connect on almost completely sold out event, April tomorrow. Are you excited to be part of that tomorrow?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great showing, and I think it's a great group of people that are going to offer a lot of expertise.
Yeah, listeners, if you're not still signed, do sign up. Only very few seats are left. That is also premium seats are available. So go to nagarajhomes.com. On top of the home page, just click on the link Real Estate Connect to register. Just few tickets are left. If you're not signed up still, do sign up. Whoever has signed up, welcome tomorrow. All this schedule, everything is mentioned on the website. Go to the click on that Real Estate Connect. You should be able to get a detailed schedule. Do try to come with your tickets so that we can check and come and basically enrich with the real estate knowledge tomorrow. So coming back to the mortgage stuff, right? Like Bay Area being in a especially high expensive, right? How does the high cost of living in the Bay Area impact a mortgage eligibility?
It can be very challenging. It's the prices are very high, but we do have options with some lower down payment options, so that's helpful if people don't have a huge down payment saved. But we also can use bonus income and also use RSU income as well for qualifications. So that really helps people to qualify for a higher purchase price than maybe some other lenders or may offer. So we can use a lot of the extra income.
Yeah, that's great. Listeners, our studio line numbers are 877 Bolly 92, or you can give us a call on 877-265-5992. Any questions on the Bay Area real estate or a mortgage or about tomorrow Bay Area Real Estate Connect, you can give us a call. Let me repeat again, 877-265-5992. It was a good thing you told me about April, like you're considering RSUs. But let me give you one scenario. If, like, for example, who is making right now a 220K in right now, and but they have a offer letter to join a new company for a 300K, and they have 400K RSUs. Will you consider the new income before joining, or the individual needs to wait until he joins to a new company?
So we can use, based on the employment letter, we
Mhm.
can use the base income as
Mhm.
long as they're going to join the company somewhere right around the end of the process. So we usually need a pay stub for that. The RSU income, unfortunately, that needs a 2-year history to use. So we can't use that portion. But if somebody does have a new job or is going to be receiving a raise or something like that, we can use that for the qualification.
But you should join the company before the closing of the deal, right? Or closing of the
Correct.
property.
Correct.
So you should have one paycheck generated. Otherwise,
Correct.
you can't qualify.
In some cases, as long as they're either with the company and we can verify that, then we can get the pay stub to trail, because sometimes if they just started, they may not have received the first pay stub. So we can get that trailing, but we just have to verify that they're within with the company before closing.
So listeners, like we are talking about, like if you are planning to join a new company, can we consider your new income? That's what we are talking about. So it's basically, it sounds like you need to be, after you get your offer letter, we can qualify you, but you can't buy until, or you can't close the contract until you have 1 month or a first paycheck. So once you have the first paycheck, then you should be able to close. But RSUs, April, let's repeat again on the RSUs front. But if the previous employer had a RSUs of a 200K or like 100K, but the new employer gives us a 200K, will you consider that 100K continuation or not?
It has to be based on the current job. So it's or and a 3-year continuance of the RSU income.
Okay. What about the bonus? Will you be considering the bonus?
So the bonus also has to be based on the same job and 2-year history. We take a 2-year history of the job. So we have to obviously make sure that's likely to continue. And so we need to look back 2 years to average that based on the current job.
Okay. Listeners, you're listening to Real Estate Show, myself, Realtor Nagaraj Anaya, and I'm talking to April L, the expert in the loan. So if you have any questions on the mortgage, or if you have any questions in the Bay Area Real Estate Connect, which is happening tomorrow, the tickets are sold out, almost sold out. Only few premium tickets are left over. If you're not registered, go to nagrajhomes.com to register for it, and click on the top of the home page for the Real Estate Connect. Let me repeat, and our studio line numbers are listeners like 877 Bolly 92 and or 877-265-5992. So regarding the 2 years history, right, like the RSUs, I remember like you were helping out one of the clients recently. They didn't have a 2 years. Was that the case, or like did I got confused on that? But still, you were able to help them out.
I cannot remember exactly that situation. There are some exceptions that can be made on files that if there is strength in other areas. So I will present it to my investor. It's not the norm of their underwriting,
Mhm.
but if they feel that they're looking at their likelihood of default and feeling that it's a good file, they may make exceptions to that. I believe with that particular one, we might have had 1 year of RSUs or something like that.
Yeah.
But we also verified the 3-year continuance
Ah,
of the RSU income. So because we can verify that, so in that particular case, I believe that was an exception.
So basically, we can get some exceptions on some files, but that is in that cases, especially the buyers needs to be careful. So they need to be going within a loan contingency, maybe, or like you need to get your file underwritten so that way you can be safe.
Yeah, and often what I do with those too is rather than, as long as I present the file to the investor
Sorry.
and put it together, they'll give me the heads up whether or not they'll take it
April, we have one
before.
caller. Let's take it.
Okay.
Hi, welcome to the real estate show. Name, please. Oh, call got disconnected. Kulkarni, please give us a call back. We just lost you. Give us a call back. Our studio line numbers are 877-265-5992. Do give us a call back, or 877 Bolly 92. We are live on a Bolly 92 right now. So we'll take up the one more call, April. Yeah. Hi, welcome to the real estate show.
Yeah, this is Kulkarni here. I just wanted to check, right, like on this income qualification.
Yeah.
Like if I have my S corp or LLC income, and then you understand, like I'll be also showing expenses on that. How is that considered for qualification?
Kulkarni, it was a great question. I think April just helped me one of my client, and we were able to get it for 1.8. April, go ahead with that.
Yeah, so it's so what was the time period that you own the S corp?
More than 2 years.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so we basically we can use W-2 income if you pay yourself, so we can use that, and then also it would be the rest of it if you're doing any Schedule E income. If you're doing K1 income, we can utilize the K1 income as well.
Does it answer your question, Kulkarni? Or do you have any follow-up?
Yeah, it does, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Kulkarni. And listeners, if you have any questions on the Bay Area real estate or on the mortgage, you can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877-265-5992. And if you have any questions on tomorrow Bay Area Real Estate Connect, just few hours for the tomorrow Bay Area Real Estate Connect, you can give us a call too. So it's our studio line numbers are 877-265-5992. So coming back to on this income stuff right now, it's again depends on the exception some files, so we can get the exceptions as April was mentioning but in that case all depends on the underwriter. Is that correct, April?
It's based on the investor. So what I do up front, because they're the ones that are going to say yay or nay and tell our underwriter how to underwrite it. So I present it to them. If it's a strong file, then they may make the exception. We will know pretty much up front at that point before it even goes to the underwriter, because they've already accepted to take it, and any exceptions will be given, and then it's just underwritten that way. So we can find that out very quickly. If there's somebody that's getting pre-approved or something, and maybe a house they're going to make an offer on something, usually I'll try to present that before even the offer is being given. That way we kind of know whether or not they can, make that offer.
Yeah, but always getting, as you said, getting signed off from the investor. So it makes a difference. So listeners, we are talking about the income qualification, how the lenders does it. The beauty of the working with the April or the loan lock is all the funding happens in-house. Is that correct, April? That's why it is so pretty fast, and sometimes you can get an exception and a great rate on top of that. Because what I've seen is like their rates are almost on top, or like it's all better than most of the lenders right now, like compared to Wells Fargo. Because even on the Wells Fargo front, what I've seen is like April, like you need to be doing some transfer or a matching to get a lower rates. But in your case, as you were saying, it is a 5.75. It is today's Wells Fargo's rates of 5.875.
Yeah. And a lot of times how that works, if they do have to transfer money into it, there's a clause that's actually given within those mortgage notes that if they pull the money out, in a lot of cases, then the rate will change. So they have to keep that money in there. Now, is that the best investment for them? Who knows? So they may be getting a better interest rate by transferring it, but it will change if they take it back out usually.
Yeah. So, listeners, you're listening to Real Estate Show. Myself, Realtor Nagaraj Anaya, and I'm talking to April L. And we're talking about all about the Bay Area Real Estate Connect, and we're talking about the qualifications. Since we're talking about the qualifications, and one more important thing is about the student loan debt, which is impacting the mortgage qualification in the Bay Area. Are you seeing more on that? How does it like if somebody is like just got a job and they have a student loan debt? How do they go about it?
So it depends. So if it's currently in repayment, we have to go by the minimum monthly payment. But even if they have a great amount of student loan debt, usually they're on an income-based thing of some sort. So usually that's good. But I've seen also a lot of deferred student loans, and that I believe is because of the pandemic. Some of them are still currently in non-repayment. In that point, then we can just take a percentage of that for the monthly payment, 0.5% of the balance, and that would be the monthly payment that we have to qualify with. So it's or if there's something that they know is going to go into repayment and they can tell us the amount, then we'll use that. But yeah, it's obviously that can be a challenge because higher education has become very expensive. So we see a lot of that.
Yeah, yeah. And I think let's talk about the since we talked about the student loan, let's assume like if somebody has completed the graduation and they got into a job, can their current income without the 2 years of income history, will they still be qualified to buy a property? How do they go about it in that case?
Absolutely. So if they're in training in school, that is considered part of your 2-year history. So obviously you're in training to do that particular job and getting your education. So absolutely we can use the education towards their 2-year job history.
Yeah, listeners, see if you, especially your kids just now graduating and they're planning to buy something, or like they just got a job right now. This is a great program for you guys. Like basically, they can start investing on the real estate. It's a wonderful program. So if you have any questions, give us a call. Our studio line numbers are, we have a few minutes left. We're still taking the calls. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bali 92 or 877-265-5992. Myself, Realtor Nagaraj Anaya, and I'm talking to April L from the Loan Law. One more thing is like on the what role does the debt to income ratio play in a qualifying for a Bay Area mortgage? Because DTI, do we have any exceptions like compared to other lenders? Are you very strict on the DTI?
So we have a little bit more flexibility on how the DTI is calculated and verified. And actually it's typically a little bit higher. On our jumbo loans, we go up to 50% DTI, debt to income ratio. Most jumbo lenders go between 43 to 45% usually. So we're at 50%. So definitely that is helpful in qualifying people.
50%, that's a 5% more, right? So
Yeah.
it's a good for a lot of buyers who are like in the verge, if they want to buy 1.25.
It's very helpful. Plus, with forecasting that rates are going to come down, also doing an ARM loan with a lower interest rate, that's gonna help qualify them for more as well.
I recently just you were helping one more client of mine, like who was like very hard to get even for 1.3, and luckily you were able to qualify him for a 1.3, and you got a house in Dublin now.
Yeah. That's a very tight one.
Very tight one. The numbers makes a difference, especially in the mortgage, because that makes the dream big or small, right? Like because a lot of times, sometimes all these disappointments can basically move into not buying a house in this tough Bay Area market.
Yeah, and I don't like surprises. I'm detail oriented up front. I'm going to figure out up front if we're going to have any problems down line because, some loan officer might just throw it in and see, what happens. And, that's very devastating. It's very stressful for home buyers. And, you just want everything to be as smooth as possible.
Yeah, I think, see, as you mentioned, that's what's the right thing what you said. No surprises. Listeners, like, see, if you are one of the home buyers, you should not have any surprise. You got a pre-approval, everything is done. You go put an offer with a zero contingencies, then the lender comes and says, "Hey, I missed that point. I didn't consider your income now, so you can't qualify for it."
Oh. And we're your advocates. We're the ones putting the pieces of the puzzle together. So if there are any idiosyncrasies or anything that's abnormal, or please tell us, because then we're going to structure it so that there aren't problems down line. I have another one that has gift funds that we had to be very creative on how we documented them.
That's a great thing. I think the one more buyer which we are helping out right now is like basically is a shy short of 10%. He has promised that you would be able to get a gift funds from the families. Correct. I think it should be gift funds only from families, listeners. Like, you can't get a gift funds from your friends and you can say, oh, it is like, it's not. We should get it from your families.
That is true. And we
So
have to talk about it before to make it easier.
yeah, and you would have qualified based, and one more, let's talk about that gifts funds. Like, your down payment can be completely be complete, 10% or 20% can be a gift funds.
Absolutely.
Yeah, gift funds from your families. So listeners, if you're shy of your down payment, if you're still building, or you're a student, just graduated now and you're getting into a job, you don't have a down payment, don't worry about that. You can get your gifts from funds from your, like, down payment assistance from your families, and you can still buy, because you will be qualifying based on your income for the remaining mortgage.
Correct. And it can pay for the down payment and the closing costs. So
Yeah, so that's a great thing about. And let me talk about tomorrow Real Estate Connect. So tomorrow Real Estate Connect is happening at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Shubham Hall, Sunnyvale. So if you're not registered, just few seats are left. Just go and register for it. Only few seats left, April. Like, it's been a completely sold out event, and this event is for each and every individual who wants to build big dreams, thinking of like making build a wealth. For them, this is an event is about. This event is for each and every individual, for example, who's working on H1 or L1. Right now, the new government is coming on 2025. And if they're worried about the other alternatives of the green card, it's for them. And tomorrow, if somebody is like, until now they had heard about your voice only, but they want to come and meet you, and I will discuss about the mortgage questions, anything on the mortgage. So you will be there personally to help them out on anything on the Bay Area mortgage related. And we will be there we have from life insurance. What are the alternatives for the life insurance? The individual from the guest speaker would be there talking about the life insurance. And one more thing is a CPA dude. CPA dude basically talks about the various ways you can save the taxes, and how the real estate makes a difference, how you can make as a vehicle to build your wealth. And myself will be there to talk about anything on the Bay Area real estate, how you can dream big in this country. That's what I'll be talking about. So, and Vastu. I think you might not be aware of the Vastu. What does it mean in April? But a lot of Indian listeners knows what is Vastu is about.
I learned about it last year.
See. We taught you something new. That's
You
good.
did. It was wonderful.
That's good. So see, listeners, see, when we taught April within a Vastu, what it is, Vastu is about. And for a lot of listeners needs to know what is Vastu and how does it make a difference. Dr. KBN Prasad will be there and he'll be talking about everything on the Vastu. So why wait? Go register at Nagaraj. Only few seats are left. Only few seats are left. The listener, all the who have registered already, do come by 10:45. So all the registrations opens at 10:45. Come with a book and paper if you have any paper and pen, so that you can write if anything, if you have any questions or anything, or talk to the experts. Get all your questions answered there, because to set up an appointment with any of these experts are so expensive, but you can get easy advice on that. Thank you, April, and see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Look forward to it. Have a nice evening.
Yeah, and say bye to the June also.
She's
And
ready for her food.
so, listeners, if you want to reach out to me, go to nagrajhomes.com, top of the homepage. You can reach out to me through a WhatsApp, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you.